What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to give you our draft profile and analysis for Alabama wide receiver Jameson Williams. All that and much more coming your way right now! All right, Nick, as the clock ticks toward the April 28 draft, we have yet another draft profile to get to. And today we're going to be talking about Alabama Crimson Tide wide receiver Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams, one of the highlights of the Alabama Crimson Tide season. He has been just an absolute phenomenal player for them over the course of his career, and he really balled out this past year. When we take a look at Jameson Williams and what he brings to the table, he stands at 6'2", weighs 189 pounds, so very light for his frame. He is PFF's ranked number 3 wide receiver in this draft class. And Nick, you have his pro comp as Devonta Smith, so funny enough, they played together. And honestly, I see a lot of the same type of receiver. Very thin, very lanky, big play receiver. He can take the top off the defense and really stretch the field for any offense in the NFL. When you take a look at Jameson Williams' senior stats, though, you take a look, 79 receptions, 1,572 yards, 15 touchdowns, with an average reception of 19.9 yards. This man was a big play machine waiting to happen, and he is bringing all of that momentum and all of that playing style to the NFL come April.
And when we take a look at the strengths of Jameson Williams, we look at what made him an incredible receiver at Alabama, having that incredible senior year. He has elite speed and elite route running that was near impossible to cover from any cornerback in the SEC last season. And with his big play ability, he showed that he's extremely clutch, can take on the biggest pressure situations and really hit home, take his team to where they need to, make that play when he needs to make it. Jameson Williams can be that guy. But unfortunately, he did tear his ACL in that national championship game, which is definitely going to put a damper on his draft stock. But we've seen that players who tear their ACL usually are able to come back 100% from that injury and play like they did prior. So there should really be no concern about whether Jameson Williams will be what he was at Alabama. And then you also have to look at how he was able to handle contact after the catch. Look at his frame. At 190 pounds, this guy was going down as soon as he was touched. He does not possess the strength like a Treylon Burks, like a Drake London, to break those tackles and get the yards after catch. He has the speed and the second gear to get past them, but if they get their hands on him, he's going down, no questions asked.
And there's plenty of receivers in the NFL that are just like that. The first one that comes to mind, Tyreek Hill. That man just burns everybody with his speed and runs out of bounds before he gets touched because he knows he's not going to break any tackles. So I can see that being Jameson Williams' play style as well. I foresee him just utilizing his speed as much as he can and limiting the amount of contact that he takes. But when we take a look at some of the teams that might want to employ the services of Jameson Williams, we start off with Devonta Smith's team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting Jameson Williams and Devonta Smith back together again with Jalen Hurts at quarterback is the Alabama trio we didn't know we needed. When you take a look at what they were all able to do at the University of Alabama, what Devonta Smith and Jalen Hurts were able to do last season, you now add Jameson Williams to be yet another speedster. I think the Philadelphia Eagles could look to recreate that offense in Philadelphia and really get things going with this offense.
Another team that has been looking at this quarterback wide receiver trend, the New England Patriots. Getting Mac Jones last season was great, but I think they're looking for a top wide receiver. And although Jameson Williams did not play with Mac Jones, they played in the same system and they both had extreme success. If you put them together in the NFL, I think you're bound to find that they're going to have extreme success together.
Another team that would be looking for Jameson Williams would be the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders lost another Alabama wide receiver last season when he got into his legal troubles. Now they're looking to replace him. Jameson Williams would be the perfect offset to the wide receivers that they currently have on the roster in Josh McDaniels' new offensive system that he's bringing to Las Vegas. Jameson Williams would be the premier and preeminent number one receiver for this offense.
And finally, the Kansas City Chiefs are definitely a sneaky team to go get a wide receiver. We saw last season Tyreek Hill was the only wide receiving option, and then it was a steep drop off to their number 2. If they were to get a guy like Jameson Williams, you know he's going to be a game wrecker and a guy who can take over for Tyreek Hill, who is getting towards the end of his career. They need that speedster. Patrick Mahomes is going to excel being their quarterback, and they need to make sure he is covered for the future. Jameson Williams is the definite way to do that.
When it's all said and done, Jameson Williams is not going to start the NFL season with the team. And I think that's why we're seeing him toward the back end of the first round, possibly making it even to the second round of the draft. Because at the end of the day, Jameson Williams, while he has elite speed and he has the ability to be a game wrecker for most defenses, he just will not be playing come September, October, and he may make his debut in November. Depending on the team, they may want to hold him out and really get him completely healthy before they even think about getting him onto the football field. All right, but I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of Jameson Williams, who your pro comp is for him, and where you would like to see him end up. All right, well, that's going to be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.